Hey guys, Samuel Larsen here. I'm the founder of growgurus.com, and today's video we are going to take a look at the 3 Google Analytics behavior reports that I find are often underutilized. Now, for this one, I'm going to take a look at the Google official merchandise store, so that there's no client data being shared. And here, let's take a first look at behavior, site content, and the landing pages. Now, the question we are looking to answer is, where do people go when they land on a certain page? Where do they go next? Now, for this one, usually you have a forward slash being the home page, but in this particular case, they actually have /home. So what we're going to do is go to behavior, site content, landing pages, and then click on any one of these pages that you want to find out further information about. And then you'll just go to the secondary dimension and write second page. So here you can see here is we have a landing page selected. So in this kind of case, it is the /home, so the front page. And here we see the next pages. Now, you will get a second page, which is often said not set. What this simply means is that these people bounced, so they didn't have a second page. And then we can see where people go most often from the front page. And we actually find out, checking this one out, that the most common page people go from the front page is the front page. So they actually click on most likely one of these logos and just reload the page, as we can see from here. So that's actually quite useful information. It means that probably there's some confusion going on in terms of where they should go. Now, a good thing to do here is to look at these second pages, see where people are navigating to, and then think in terms of is this in line with your expectations? aka, do you understand this behavior? Does it make sense to you? And then more importantly, does it reflect the content on your page? From the first question, does it make sense to you? You can find out if there's something unexpected in terms of behavior that you didn't understand. And then you can adjust based on that in terms of your site layout and how you basically structure things. And then, first of all, the second question, does it reflect the content on your page? You can think, for example, am I showing the right things here? If people are going to apparel, men's, unisex, most, here as we can see, so this one, then should we show like drinkware first, for example? Because they really don't seem to be interested in that. So this way we can optimize the front page already for their expectations and what they are looking to find out. Drill on this a little bit further with the content drill down. So it's just the previous one from what we can see. And here we have actually the page path level 1. In this kind of case, it's nicely grouped into different items. What we're going to do here is big segments, and instead of using all users, I'm just gonna go and compare converters and non-converters. And this way we can see how the behavior is different between these two segments. So let's just apply this and see how it looks like. So here's the report, and to get a little bit more data, I'm just going to look at last 30 days, for example. If things haven't changed much, you can even take a look at the longer time period, but this store has a fair bit of traffic, so don't think we need all that much in terms of timeline to get some good conclusions. So here we have our non-converters, 116,000, converters 215. And we can take a look at if there's some distribution differences here. So for example, the search seems like non-converters are using it as much as converters. And there's a high exit percentage for them. So here most likely people are not finding what they are looking for in the search. So this experience is just a bit disappointing for them. And you can look at the other pages as well. See which pages are overrepresented, so to say. So home, for example, is definitely overrepresented here in terms of the page views. And this can draw the conclusion again that the home itself seems to be very confusing as a page. So those are a couple of ways to understand that page by page level. And we draw a conclusion here that the search might be a little bit confusing. And let's look into that next. Now, this particular store doesn't have the search tracking set up from Google Analytics. So we're going to take a look at a client store. And I have hidden their information for privacy, of course. Now, here's an example of how this looks for them. So we are at behavior, site search, usage. And we can see how the non-converters and converters are using it in terms of site search. Now, a little side note, all site search visits have not bounced by definition. So unless it's a JavaScript search, they have downloaded another page, and that way they haven't bounced. So when you compare these, you want to at least take a look at the non-bouncers when it comes to visits without site search and visits with site search. But here we are looking to compare non-converters and converters, so it doesn't apply in this kind of case. Now, in general, for this store, I'd say these are very good numbers. So they get a lot of their visitors to search, and that usually does good in terms of results. And we can also see that around 1/5 of their actual conversions, I guess like 1/6, would come from the search itself. So search is definitely important for them, and it is worth optimizing based on this data. Also, we want to take into account that even the non-converters, they have a low bounce rate from the search. So they are most likely finding something from it. Now, what this usually means that maybe the offer is not price competitive, or they can't really comprehend what they are looking for or what they found, because it just means that they did find something. They didn't bounce from the page, so the results weren't null, so to say. And we can look into this further with the next report. So here we have the search terms report. So previously we were on site search and usage. Here, site search and search terms. Now, this is where the non-converters and converters gets very useful, because you have a clear distribution data of what the non-converters generally search for and what the converters generally search for. So in which searches you are strong at, in which searches are you weak at. And then you can think of it in terms of that. Like, so if there is a search that you are particularly strong at, you can bring more attention to that product on the store itself. And if there are searches that you are particularly weak at, you can then optimize for those searches in terms of maybe thinking of the product price or the product presentation or anything like that. There is some reason why that particular product is not working as well as it could or should. So those are my 3 ways to use Google Analytics behavior reports that are underused. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Liked the video. Ask in the comments if you have any questions or any comments. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you need any help with your store and you've already gained a little bit of success at least, we can take a look at it from our agency perspective. Just go to growgurus.com/apply and we'll take a look if we might be able to help you out with that. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.